game. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take a.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Carolina Panthers. Fielded in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Mike 48. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check 48's the Mike.
They're going to try and throw. He can run for it, and he will. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
First and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Ball carrier.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
At the Panthers' 1-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run for it with Cook. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina! Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, he stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Taking no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run with Cook, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 21st touchdown of the season, and his guys have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there.
On the carry.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
No game on this defense, no game. Mike 48, Mike 48. They're not ready for this, man.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jackson.
Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. Give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, look 48. Look. Hey, we go, Mike.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A short gain that doesn't get on the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Second and goal.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40.
Number 88.
It's a big play there. 43 yards.
Toronto first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The tackle made at the 36.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Third down. And 9 yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try to field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will swell the lead to 16. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finds the open target, Arnold. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
19 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 18 Pioneers.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You know what? Mike 48, Mike 48. Check pass, check pass.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
In your face.
Being chased out left. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Jackson's going to keep it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
31. Panthers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll look to throw here on first down. Trying to improvise. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
Jackson's pass.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with You and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try and run the option. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Brian Burns. And the Panthers will get the football back. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get out for him now.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 61 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
The 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. He's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And they rattle off a big one. 42 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 22 on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
It is good.
And it's up and good.
Score, Thunderbirds 41, Panthers 19.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock. It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
19. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk.
And a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys.
And touchdown!
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Tucker now for the extra point.
Tucker lining up for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Thunderbirds 62. Panthers
Tucker
19.
now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And this will be scooped up by the defense. So the penalty on the offense, that'll be declined, and the turnover stands. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
48 for Mike. Pick me up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 30
to throw here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Quentin Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Thomas, incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big...
Well, that's caught at the 25. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They run the counter with Cook. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
2-yard line.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7.
That wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Third and goal, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And got his man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And the pressure gets to him again.
Quarterback sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. From the 36, Jackson rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
1st down.
And he fires one incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 20.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
52's the mic. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Here we go. Screen. Get hot.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because There are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussion.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Back at the 37-yard line.
Flushed out right, stepping up, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And some space here. Taking it right down Broadway. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. This is going the other way. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
77.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.